You're welcome to Logos Aflame Daily Devotional Podcast. Be blessed as you listen.
August 25th. Today's topic is, are you in despair? The Oxford Dictionary defines despair as the complete loss or absence of hope. Despair is a feeling of complete hopelessness. Despair is an issue of the mind which builds up gradually. It can start with discouragement, a feeling of failure, a feeling of loneliness and abandonment, feeling unloved, and the list goes on and on. If these thoughts are allowed to take root, they give the devil a foothold, which can progress to a stronghold that becomes very difficult to overthrow. At this point, the despairing person sometimes could die by suicide. There are many things happening in our world that can cause both young and old to despair. For example, a lot of breadwinners lost their means of livelihood, and some lost their loved ones during the coronavirus pandemic. Yet, house rents, school fees, medical expenses, and other things still had to be paid. It is particularly hard for those who were just coming out of school, for the newly married, and for families with young children. They had to face shattered dreams and broken promises from those they thought could help. No wonder it's no longer uncommon to hear about young people dying of suicide. The state of despair is certainly not a pleasant place to be. In our reading from Psalm 40 today, we saw that David had been there, and this psalm was his testimony of what God did for him. David described how God lifted him out of the pit of despair, out of the mud and the mire. He set my feet on solid ground and steadied me as I walked along. Verse 2. Our best course is to never allow ourselves to get to the state of despair. And this we can do by quickly dealing with the issues that may degenerate to such a situation. Firstly, know at all times that Jesus loves you, and don't allow your circumstance to convince you otherwise. Jeremiah 29:11. Reassure yourself that what you are passing through is just a phase. God will not permit anything beyond what you can bear, even if it's the loss of a loved one. 1 Corinthians 10:13. Secondly, don't keep a challenge that drags on to yourself. Share it with your trusted supportive network, family and friends. Don't be ashamed to speak out. Share your challenges with your pastor or a mature Christian who can support you with prayers and counseling. Above all, tell yourself that suicide is not an option. Cry to the Lord for help. Speak God's promises out loud, and don't give the devil a chance to whisper to you that there is no hope in God. God cannot fail and does not lie. Put in your best efforts to get the right skills. Network with others. Keep searching until you find the answer. Never, never, never give up. Occupy yourself with positive activities. Read a book or help someone else in your spare time. If you can keep trusting the Lord while doing your own part, the Lord will intervene, and your testimony shall be, "O Lord my God, you have performed many wonders for us." Me. Verse 5. Personal reflections. 1. Are you feeling discouraged or in despair? 2. If your answer to 1 is yes, take immediate action as discussed in the lesson. Our Bible reading is from Job 16:1 through 19:29, 1 Corinthians 16:1-24, Psalm 40:1-10, Proverbs 22:1. Our memory verse is from Psalm 40 verse 2 using the New Living Translation. He lifted me out of the pit of despair, out of the mud and the mire. He set my feet on solid ground and steadied me as I walked along.
We would love to hear from you. Please send your messages and prayer requests to our email, office@logosoflameministries.org, or visit our Facebook page, Logos of Flame Ministries, and drop a message. God bless.